Good morning. My name is Qi Gong, one of the reverends in this temple. How is the room temperature here now? It's getting cooler a little bit, isn't it? Yay. Today, Kathleen will share her reflections about her path towards becoming a Wonmu lay minister. And also, our teens will share their recent retreat reflection, talks and videos towards the end. So glad you are here this morning. For our Qi Gong practice this morning, we invite you to join us in 10 direction bowing. In Buddhism, the term 10 directions is a poetic way to refer to all directions. Literally means any directions, every directions far, far out, which means universe. Through this 10 direction bowing practice, we hope to expand our consciousness beyond this limited space and time. First, you're invited to gently stand up. First, plant your feet firmly on the floor. Open your feet a little bit, or you can put together whatever that helps you most comfortable, balanced sense. As you stand with your feet firmly on the ground, imagine and feel that you are the very center of the universe. Through 10 direction bowing, all phenomenal and non-phenomenal realms. In order to do 10 directional bowing, we want to get oriented. Where is north? North is over there. Then south means there. Then east, Ilwansang, the east and west. Earth. And then between each 4 directions, we have another direction, so 8 cardinal directions. We are going to first bow to the heavens above and earth beneath. And then we'll bow in all 8 cardinal directions by slowly turning each time. We will begin from northeast, here, northeast, but after bowing heaven and earth. So you can stand where you are, and we'll slowly join this 10 direction bowing practice.
Bow to heaven. I honor all beings in the sky and in the heavens. Bow to earth. I honor all beings on and beneath the earth. Bow to the northeast. I honor all beings to the northeast. Bow to the north. I honor all beings in the north. Bow to the northwest. I honor all beings to the northwest. Bow to the west. I honor all beings to the west. Bow to the southwest. I honor all beings to the southwest. Bow to the south. I honor all beings to the south. Bow to the southeast. I honor all beings to the southeast. Bow to the east. I honor all beings to the east.
Meditation is a blessing. Meditation is simple. Meditation is a special gift that we give to ourselves. Thank you, dear friends. You chose to be here now with us. First, let us honor our bodies. This body is our temple that contains our souls, intentions, and aspirations. This body is the vehicle that allows to unfold our most beautiful spiritual, ultimate spiritual realms. First, let us feel our legs, pelvic floors, hips that touches our sitting chair or sitting mat. Body forward and backward, side to side. Make sure your legs feel comfortable. Your lower back feels nicely stacked strongly, especially lumbar 4 and 5. By gently wiggling and rocking your body, notice if your body feels centered and grounded without being tilted to right or left side. Little by little, continue to readjust your body, sitting posture, as you are deeply aware of your bodily sensations, as you're deeply aware of any comfort or discomfort. Your body is here now. Is your mind and awareness here too? How would I know? If you are anchoring your mind awareness with your breathing, that means you are here now. Breathing energy is the bridge between our body and mind. As soon as we are aware that breathing in, breathing out, then our consciousness stays here with our bodies. Breathing in, breathing out. If you feel comfortable, try to gently open your eyes. Just relax your eyelids so that you are aware and awake this present place. Feel the presence of other friends sitting all around you. Here in person, also friends joining us online, sitting together with us where they are. Breathing in, breathing out. Whenever thoughts arise, we take it as normal. Either give a big hugs to your thoughts, or let your thoughts pass by like a cloud or breeze. Breathing in, breathing out. How grateful I am to have this Sangha community who support my practice in cultivating this ever alert, ever awake, and ever calm energy within me. Breathing in, breathing out. Yongju Prayer Chant, page 4. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. 천지 영기 아심정 만사여의 아심정 천지여와 동일체 아여 천지 동심정 천지연기 아심정 만사여의 아심동 천지여와 동일체 하여 천지동심정 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 천지연기 아심정 만사여의 아심정 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 천지여와 동일체 하여 천지동심정.
Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha of fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts.
Ilwan Sangbao Sutra Chanting. Page 9. Ilwan Sangbao.
Ilwan is the realm of samadhi, beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Ilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence. Viewed as permanence, Ilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is. Viewed as impermanence, Ilwan unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace, arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwan Song, the Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Ilwan and become one with the nature of Ilwan.
you see Kathleen with a beautiful robe. Today, I'm very happy to introduce Wonmu Kathleen. Wonmu. What is Wonmu? Wonmu is the Korean term for lay minister in Won Buddhism. The role of Wonmu is to open to those who walk the Dharma path with a sincere dedication and service. It is a significant role, a path not taken lightly. You may be wondering what the Korean word Wonmu means. Won refers to ilwon, one circle, which symbolizes universal truth. Mu means exerting effort. Together, Wonmu refers to someone who exerts effort to share the truth of Dharma. In 2023, Won Buddhism USA established the role of Wonmu in the Americas. The specific work of Wonmus may vary, but their primary focus is to support 교무님s in their Dharma work. Once ordained, a Wonmu is required to diligently assist their 교무님 and Sangha for at least 7 hours per week. To become a Wonmu, a person must hold a Dharma name, consistently participate in one Buddhist temple for at least, can you guess how many years? Close, 6 years. Complete specific education requirements provided by One Institute and One Dharma Center, and also Total Dharma Chart continuing education courses like that. And finally, pass a written qualifying exam. While all of this is important for me, the most essential element for Wonmu is for them to have a Dharma pulse. In Korean, pommek. Can you say? Pommek. Dharma pulse. A Dharma pulse is a heart-to-heart connection with the 교무님s and the senior teachers. As you may know, most Won Buddhist ministers in the US today are from Korea. This means that sometimes language and cultural challenges can arise. A Wonmu's role is to help bridge those challenges so that the authenticity and heartbeat of our teachings flow seamlessly. When a Dharma pulse is weak or absent, true connection is not possible and authentic transmission is problematic. As with all Dharma teachers and ministers, even though with a skillful and brilliant minds, there is a little connection with the ill one without Dharma pulse. What I really appreciate about Kathleen is her humility, an open-hearted beginner's mind, which is the place Dharma pulse begins. To be willing to teach and share, Kathleen has true willingness, openness to learn all the time. And so it is my great joy and honor to welcome our very first Wonmu to our North Carolina temples, Kathleen Her, Won Hatsu.
So good morning. As I sit here, I am very happily aware of living in a universe of blessings. Those freely given to us by our founding teacher Sote-san, and the lineage of teachers and teachings he sparked into existence, and the blessings of our revered Dharma ancestors, the carriers of those teachings to us. Reverend Won Gong and Reverend Shan and all our wonderful living Dharma ministers and teachers. Venerable Yuksanin, the head Dharma master of Won Buddhism USA, whose heartfelt care for practitioners is so strong and bright. Our Won Buddhism family Sangha here in North Carolina and around the globe. And those of my beloved spouse, family, my daughter Laura, and friends here, near and far. Take a moment and look around you. Now, really look. We are all part of an infinite realm of mutual blessings. This morning, in the spirit of gifted blessings, I would like to share a few with you that have been really formative for me on my Dharma path. And I have been asked to share the story of that path with you. I can easily say that my journey to becoming a Wonmu lay minister is a natural extension of my gratitude for Won Buddhism. But I've been wondering, what is the beginning of my story? Is it the day I first met Won Buddhism, Reverend Won Gong and Reverend Ginger here in the Chapel Hill Temple? Should I begin with the path that led Reverend Won Gong to establish a temple near me, or the lineage of her teachers who carefully passed Dharma from one generation to the next? Does the story start with my childhood, growing up in a rich religious tradition that I eventually felt the need to leave as an adult? Or perhaps my story can be first traced to the years following my religious exit, which found me sitting in silent contemplative prayer in the forest, fully expecting that this forest-sitting practice was the spiritual path I would be on for the rest of my life. So many beginnings. Perhaps they are best summed up in part of the 21-day prayer I said in preparation for becoming ordained as a Wonmu. Dharmakaya Buddha Fourfold Grace. My whole life has prepared me to step into the role of a Wonmu. I am deeply grateful to the spiritual teachers and friends who helped shape me in my earlier life, and to my beloved spouse, Dan, and his ever-present love, care, and support. Without him and them, the foundation I am now standing on would be sparser and less steady. Because of the loving, dedicated work and care of Reverend Won Gong, a doorway to Won Buddhism opened to me in 2012. Once I stepped through it, she and the Won Buddhism family Sangha have freely offered their loving, sustained guidance and support in ways both visible and not visible to me. I am profoundly grateful to them all. My mind, heart, and life have been transformed through mind practice and gratitude awakening. So, with that as a background, let's begin my story on the morning I first stepped through those doors into this Dharma hall where we are sitting. At that time, I was not at all interested in Buddhism or meditation. Earlier on, though, I had checked out the temple's website, but only because several people had suggested that my youngest daughter, Laura, might be interested in attending the teen camp that they held each summer. As I scrolled through the temple's web pages, I was instantly taken by a photo of the big gold circle hanging on a wall. The image was compelling. I felt pulled toward the circle as if it were a strong magnet. The gold circle startled me. It was so unexpected. I've lived in Asia, and I'd never seen anything like it in my entire time I was there and visited Buddhist temples. Over the next several months, I occasionally would return to the temple website. The circle was always there, and I continued to experience it in the same powerful way. This made me wonder, who are these people? What does that circle mean to them? After a while, my need to know grew so strong that I felt impelled to show up. Once I entered the Dharma hall, it did not take me long to find a nice footnoted explanation about the circle in the chanting booklet. Ilwan San, one circle image, symbolizes the universal truth and one's true nature. Okay. Although my curiosity was somewhat satisfied by this definition, and even though I still did not care about either Buddhism or meditation, I kept returning to the temple's weekend Dharma gatherings. Why? Because on that first morning, just like this morning, we chanted Yongju prayer chant, and I was deeply moved by its beauty and universal nature. Chonji Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayo E Ashim Tong Chonji Yo Adong Yuche Ayo Chonji Don Shim Jong. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My mind and heart penetrate all things as I pray. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. I still love Yongju, and it does not take long to chant, even if you repeat it 7 times, as we often do. For me, this meant that in those early weeks and months, I was sitting here in a Dharma service that lasted 1.5 hours just so I could do this chant for a few minutes. And because it would have been really rude to get up and walk out that door once we finished chanting, I stayed in the Dharma hall and participated, simply to be polite. Yet, as time went by, I started noticing that my energy ever so slightly shifted, coalesced, and settled after meditation. This really surprised me, and it piqued my curiosity. And because I kept politely staying in the Dharma hall after we chanted Yongju, I also started becoming acquainted with Master Sotaesan's teachings and grew to appreciate their clarity and wisdom. How the way of practice and the way of human life beautifully intermingle with timeless and placeless meditation and unfold into selfless service for all beings. It's this intermingling of relationships among our teachings that continues to hold a special place in my heart. One of these teachings is the cause and effect relationship between gratitude practice and the threefold study, and how they interfold with one another to embrace human life. In Won Buddhism, we prioritize gratitude practice, not as a way of glumming on to greeting card platitudes, but as a way of recognizing and honoring our relationship with Il Won, the truth of the universe, and then wisely and compassionately responding to all the myriads of blessings and beings that inhabit it. But expressing gratitude without skill is a toss-up in terms of outcome, and that's where the teaching of the threefold study comes in. Like a constantly circulating Celtic knot, the development of equanimity, inquiry and wisdom, and mindful choice and action weave in and out, each supporting and informing the other. Is this beginning to sound a little too theoretical? If so, I have a simple story I think you'll enjoy that beautifully illustrates how the threefold study works in real life. As many of you know, from time to time, guests visit us here at our North Carolina temples. This past spring, we were delighted to have esteemed guests, Venerable Myung Tawanim and Reverend Yeri from the Won Dharma Center, join us for a few days. While they were here, I was invited to ask Myung Tawanim a question. I had recently passed the qualifying exam for becoming a Wonmu, and I had been thinking about the possible ways this new role might develop for Won Buddhism USA and for me. So I asked Venerable Myung Tawanim, who was a wonderful and exceptionally wise senior teacher, what are your hopes for those serving as Wonmu in the US? She paused, and then she said, "Don't forget to turn out the lights." Her answer made me smile, and it was so helpful. Those of you who spend time in the Won Buddhist universe know that being mindful about using resources wisely is paramount. Whenever you're the last one to leave the room, it's important to remember to turn out the lights. With her answer, Myung Tawanim was reminding me that no matter the circumstance, it is essential to be alert to what needs to be done and then do that. This is exactly what practicing the threefold study is all about. To be alert, we need a calm, clear, spacious mind and heart, one that emerges as we develop equanimity from mind practice and meditation. To assess what needs to be done and plan how to do it effectively requires knowledge and wisdom. When both are present, meaningful, mindful action is possible. Myung Tawanim's answer is also a beautiful example of something that simply delights me about Won Buddhist teachings. You can find living examples of them everywhere. Sometimes from answers to questions, sometimes in nature and the physical world, and sometimes in people. We have a koan for this that I especially love. I have a volume of scripture that is written without paper or ink. It doesn't contain a single word, yet always radiates light. Before I close, I want to add that even though I have experienced a lot of radiant light from Won Buddhist teachers, teachings, and Sangha members, my path within it has not always been a smooth or comfortable one. I've had internal wrestling matches with a number of questions and uncertainties over the years, not to mention many struggles with habits of my mind and body that have constricted my life, heart, and practice. Early on, I very much wished I could simply be a nice, furry temple cat, sitting on the Dharma hall steps, bringing a friendly, peaceful energy to people passing by, listening to bells and chanting, soaking in the energy, and not worrying. But I never turned into a temple cat, so I persevered instead and found anchors and shelter in the truth of Ilwan Song and in Yongju, and in the essential teachings of our tradition that happily live in the turtle chart. They have all been steadfast, reliable gifts and blessings to me. Master Sotaesan said, "The mind of mutual life giving is the source for inviting blessings." That certainly has been my lived experience, and I am most grateful to everyone who has so kindly and generously shared their time, wisdom, and care with me. Thank you for being part of my Dharma journey. May mutual life giving and gratitude unfold into many blessings for you all. 감사합니다. Thank you.
감사합니다.
Thank you, Kathleen, not only for your inspiring talk, but for your inspiring presence and all that you've brought to the temple. I feel that you've certainly enriched my life at the temple, and I'm very proud of you for this accomplishment. Now, let us quietly reflect on what Kathleen shared with us for a few minutes.
Imagine a 45-year treasure hunt that uncovers and celebrates unexpected gifts in each other and with those all around us. We all know Kathleen and her dedication to service and the middle way. She has a gift to find and share joy, compassion, and new truths in all things. As one example, during last Sunday's appointment ceremony, the Kyomanim at the Won Dharma Center sang a beautiful song in English to and for Kathleen that brought unexpected tears of joy. for their song visibly and audibly and gently welcomed her into this supportive family. Then, after lunch, Kathleen began to sing a song for them in Korean. Soon, all the Kyomanim and Venerable Juksanim joined in and sang along with her. Again, waves of unexpected joy filled the room and reinforced that sense of family. Kathleen and Kathy Abeyatunge, her counterpart at the Won Dharma Center, are like two peas in a pod. They think alike, they share similar interests, pay attention to detail, and both deeply value the continuing guidance of their mentors. With such dedication to service, they will continue to blossom together and yield a legacy of unexpected gifts. Along with you all, I look forward to this next chapter in Kathleen's journey, whatever it brings. And I am deeply grateful to share this treasure hunt with her and with you. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Dan, for your lovely message.
Laura wants some flowers too, is that okay? Laura, want to get your flowers?
You can stay here. Kathleen will be the very first Wonmu, but I can see many more Wonmus will follow her path. Laura, thank you. And for celebrating our special Wonmu Kathleen, we also, Reverend and I prepared a song too.
With all my power, with all my heart, I will deliver all sentient beings. With all my power, with all my heart, I vow to end all trouble thinking. With all my power, with all my heart, I vow to learn infinite Dharma. With all my power, with all my heart, the path of Buddha, our highest path, I will attain.
Thank you.
길 너무 성불도 이루어지다.
I'm Ishan, and I chose the grace of laws. Oftentimes, I don't like rules or laws or restrictions, especially when they affect my time and how I can spend it. I'm often in search for freedom and looking to, mature and grow up. But there is grace in all things, especially laws, as they build society and our environment that we live in. They protect us from dangerous things like car accidents. And beyond laws, the grace of laws also includes principles like morality and religion that help us learn what's right and wrong and what to do in situations. Something that's reminded me a lot of the grace of laws is the camp I'm currently at, as the laws set by our current reverends and respected by me and our teens have really made a great experience for all of us. Are we deeply aware of the grace of laws?
The topic that I chose is grace of parents. We're only here because our parents gave birth to us and they raised us. And also they paid the money for us to be here and enjoy this retreat. I remember my mom worked very hard to take care of me and everyone else when I was younger. I remember she used to wake up at 5 a.m. and go on a bus ride because we didn't have a car, because when we immigrated here, we did not have much money. And she used to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, get on a bus, and then come back at 6 o'clock. And I remember even though a lot of the times we did not have a bed to sleep on or a table, we still worked very hard. My mom worked very hard to take care of us, and I am very grateful for her, and it is because of her that I am here right now. A bed to sleep on or a table, we still work very hard. My mom worked very hard to take care of us, and I am very grateful for her, and it is because of her that I am here right now.
How do you like our teens movie, the videos and their sharing? Wonderful. And the more our teen Buddhas will share, let me introduce Hannah. Hannah, please share anything you wrote down there.
Oh, okay. So, hi, my name is Hannah, and I was a participant in this year's teen retreat. When Won Gong asked me to write a short speech to share with everyone, I was nervous because this year's retreat felt more challenging than last year's. My favorite part of the retreat was making new friends because everyone was really nice and all the fun activities were even more fun. One thing I struggled with on this retreat was the silent eating times and staying focused while meditating. After chatting with Won Gong, I finally understood the importance to practice eating mindfully. Throughout the retreat, I struggled with focusing my mind while meditating, but towards the end of the retreat, I was able to focus my mind and think more clearly. This retreat made me feel relaxed and ready for school to start, and I'm so thankful to everyone that helped make this retreat possible. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Kieran, and there were a couple takeaways I wanted to talk about today. The first one is a bit on the nose, but it bears repeating, is meditation is a practice skill. It takes time, dedication, and occasionally a variety of tools. This retreat taught me just how many different meditation techniques there are and how important it is to not only find one that works for you, but to also try different forms. In particular, I really enjoyed learning more about chanting, as well as taking nature walks as a form of meditation. I was also very touched by how many volunteer teachers offered their time to be with us during this retreat. Seeing how vibrant and welcoming the community here is was very touching. I truly enjoyed hearing everyone's experiences and stories, and I hope to carry those lessons with me in the future. This retreat inspired me to continue to deepen my practice and give myself grace during this journey. Thank you.
I would like to ask you to do big applause for all the volunteer teachers who made this teen retreat possible, and all the 18 teen Buddhas who fully participated from very early morning to the evening. each time when we have teen retreat, tell you what, Reverend Sean's room, my bedroom, become very clean. We really clean up fully. So there were 4 girls stayed in my bedroom, and I slept in my closet. So that means decluttering my closet, making my bed, very spacious as much as possible, and same for Reverend Sean. So it's a great opportunity for us to really tidy up, make our rooms tidy up. So that's good grace. But also we want to say our teens are really amazing. They are so insightful, and also they learn so quickly about meditation. The very last day, one of the teens came to me and whispered, "I really felt deep meditation. Thank you so very much." This boy, he really said from deep down from his heart, he really experienced that wonderful, calm taste of meditation. And that is so rewarding moment. We love our children, we love our young people so very much. They are our futures. And as Hannah shared, they like to sometimes chat, they like to do, but then in a way, they were in a way confined with the temple structure and program. So they're willing to be in that structure for 2 nights, 3 days, even with a lot of many often telephone release ceremony without phone. And it can be very uncomfortable, but they were together. This teen retreat connects with Kathleen's sharing, what brought her to our temple. Thank you, Laura, that you brought your mom. And Laura now has all grown up. She used to be a very young teen. I still have your teen retreat photo with me. Now, I would like to invite everybody to close moment with a powerful chant we've been chanting with our teens. It goes like this: all is grace, I am grateful, all is grace. All is grace, all is grace, I am grateful, all is grace, all is grace, all is grace, I am grateful, all is grace. Hands on your heart. All is grace, all is grace, I am grateful, all is grace, all is grace, all is grace, I am grateful, all is grace. One more. All is grace, all is grace, I am grateful, all is grace.
Thank you all for practicing with us today, and congratulations to our new Wonmu, Kathleen. She's inspirational to all of us old people, but hopefully she's inspiring some of our teens to follow and become Wonmu someday.
For more meditation this afternoon at 4 p.m., you are invited to join us at our sister temple in Raleigh. In traditional Buddhist practice, ox taming images are often used as an analogy for taming our distracted mind. This Sunday, Reverend Won Gong will share a slide presentation about the 10 stages of ox taming. We will explore how it relates to our meditation journeys.
And for those who have already taken Won Buddhism 101 introductory class, or anyone who already feels familiar with Won Buddhist teachings, you are welcome to join our intermediate level Won Buddhism 201, a closer look, which is going to be held on Saturday, September 27th, and you can sign up for this in-person class on our website.
Have you ever heard the Buddhist joke that goes, "If there is no self, then who is it that has my arthritis?" On September 17th, elders 65 and over are invited to join a day-long retreat focused on the process of aging. We will explore meditation postures that accommodate aging bodies.
I'm usually sad that I'm too old to attend all the younger retreats, but I'm kind of happy that I'm too young to attend that one. But so all you old people enjoy it. All right. On September 20th, we're going to offer a young adult retreat for ages 18 to 30. This retreat will include meditation techniques, Qi Gong, sound bathing, Dharma contemplation, mindful cooking and eating, and much more.
In October, at the Won Dharma Center in upstate New York, Reverend Won Gong and Reverend Ginger will guide a week-long retreat from October 6th to 13th. The theme for this intensive retreat will be Gratitude Awakening. This is a wonderful opportunity to deepen your practice and refresh your mind and spirit. Please consider joining us. We can arrange carpooling.
Now let us turn to page 13 to bless one another with our morning prayer song.
Today, actually, why don't you sing a song by yourself quietly, and then we listen to the singing bowl sound. And let's take a moment to do leg stretching. Massage your knee joints. Wiggling our toes. Let's rotate our ankles. Surely stretch out back by clasping hands, stretching up high, breathe in, and lean forward, breathe out, exhale. Let us wave our hands to those friends who joined us online. See you next week. And all the children who joined us today, please stand up.